Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today, I want to talk about me a little bit. I want to keep this short because if you know, when Blackout first was announced and released, I did not have high expectations. If you watch the live streams, I'm very negative, very condescending towards the game. And luckily, that's changed a whole lot. It really truly has. I think I really enjoy Blackout. I think it's a much better and more solid strategic game than I ever gave it credit for. Don't get me wrong, there's still some things wrong with it. There's some things that I can still complain about, especially with the Battle Royale game mode, but for the most part, I'm understanding more strategies and I'm getting a grander appreciation for the game mode. However, I don't want to talk about games right now. I want to talk about donuts because the problem that I have with multiplayer games is not a lot to do with the multiplayer games themselves. It's a donuts issue. It's a me issue. I've said it multiple times on my channel, but I don't like multiplayer games really all that much because they are inherently more inconsistent, more random than single-player games, than campaigns, than linear games or zombies game modes or whatever the case may be. When I'm fighting against an AI, it is way more consistent than when I'm fighting against other humans. I think we can all agree on that and understand that's some sort of level of acceptance that we have to have when going into a multiplayer game. I struggle to accept that. I struggle to understand that somebody is just going to randomly get the jump on me. I struggle to understand that somebody just is going to have better reactions, better aim, and better strategy than I am, or have better teammates than I do and actually communicate and whatever. All of that's perfectly fine. And I do understand, logically, of course, there are people better than me. I'm not this, stuck-up person. I'm the best one ever. No, I understand that. But my problem is that I think that I have an average understanding of Call of Duty mechanics. I think I understand on a mechanical level what makes you a successful Call of Duty player in terms of strategy. However, my level of strategy bears me very inconsistent results. I mean, I have a 2 KD in most Call of Duty, so that's why I think I'm like an average or above average player, because it is at least somewhat consistent, but not as consistent as I'd like, but we'll get to that. Here's my problem. I can go into the same lobby, or maybe not the same lobby. I can go to a game of Call of Duty, right? And I can implement all of the strategies, all of the skills that I have. And one match, I could do so poor. I could do so bad. I get discouraged. I go even. I go negative. Whatever. I could do that same strategy. I could do that. I have those same skills in a different lobby. And I could just crush the enemy opposition. I could just dominate, you know? And that's the inconsistency that I don't like. I am using strategies that are consistent, you know? It's just that there's another level of strategy, or there's just another level of the human element that I'm not accounting for, that I don't know about yet. But I don't know if there's any skill or any strategy or any skill that I could obtain to where I would be happy with playing Call of Duty, or really any multiplayer game. A great example is Blackout. You know, I think this is a fantastic example, and this is, again, a me problem. This is not a problem with the game. This is a donuts problem. I am so built up. I love winning. I love outsmarting people. I love trying to win a match. Just a good, healthy competition. Whoever's better gets the win. I love that. I think if it's fair, that's fantastic. I appreciate that and I respect that. So I go into Blackout and I get my gear up. I have good gear. I've got good strategy. I'm stealthing around, taking cover, looking at people, going all around, whatever. And I get all the way to top 10 or whatever. And then I get in a gunfight. And in the middle of the gunfight, someone comes up behind me, right? You know, I just die, whatever. That's completely fair. You know, we were in the middle of the gunfight. He was the third person. That's the strategy. That's completely fair. Whatever. That's great. That's not the game's fault. That's the game functioning perfectly fine. That guy was smarter than me. You know, he engaged in the gunfight third, you know, whatever. That's fantastic. But to me, from my perspective, I have built up my entire life, and it's like exponential in Blackout. You're waiting 10 minutes for the circle to close. You're picking off people. You're getting their gear. You're picking up ammo. You got the trauma kit. You got the armor. You got your weapon that you all liked with the attachments that you like. You're all ready, and then gone in an instant. That whole hype, that whole buildup is so gone. And that sort of just overwhelms my system. That overwhelms my mind. I tried so hard. I tried my best that I possibly could. And I was just out like that. That frustration and that anger just overwhelms me at that moment of death. And that negative reaction is so strong that it truly does outweigh the fun of getting geared up. It's fun to get geared up in Black Ops. I love finding health kits, trauma kits, armor, a good gun, a gun that I like. I like sniping, whatever. I like finding a gold paladin or whatever. I think that's fun. But that negative of dying is just so overwhelming. It overwhelms. It's way stronger than the positive of getting geared up and even getting some kills and maybe even getting a victory. Again, can't stress it enough. Not the game's problem. It's just how the game works. It's a me problem. And I don't think that's fun. I don't think that's fun for me. That is not healthy for me either. And that's why, in my mind, on my channel, I want to try and sort of gate the content that I put out for multiplayer. I don't want you guys to assume that I'm going to be putting out multiplayer because then that could force me to play multiplayer, which would force me to have an extra pressure on myself to do well, and then when that death happens, it's even worse and even more negative, whatever. So I just wanted to say that multiplayer games, for me, don't really give me much satisfaction. There are so many good things to talk about these games. I just don't want to talk about them because they're fun. There's still gaming mechanics in there that I appreciate and I adore to talk about. Obviously, I still talk about them because I freaking love games like World War II, Call of Duty Ghosts, and Black Ops 4 is some interesting topics that we can discuss about. And Blackout was fun as well, and Fortnite as well. We can talk about those interesting multiplayer mechanics, but I like the mechanics more than I like actually playing the game, and that's really the reason why. It's that sudden burst of that negative energy when I die. That's what I dislike, and that's what stops me from truly just having a positive experience about multiplayer games in general. And that is why, of course, I like single player games. I freaking love Metroid. I love zombies. I mean, when you're going up against stuff like in a linear campaign, the enemies are put there for a reason. There is a challenge to overcome in a campaign. In zombies, there's a challenge. The zombies are consistent 100% of the time. The zombies aren't going to change, They're going to stay the same every single round, not every single round, obviously, but every single game of zombies you play, the zombies are going to be consistent. There's a consistent strategy that you can use in order to get to high rounds or defeat the boss or get the Easter egg done or whatever you want to do. And that's fantastic. I love that. I love playing single player games on harder difficulties because there's sometimes strategy that you can use in order to get better at the game and skills you can develop to get better at the game. I love God of War. God of War is one of the best games for that, and I absolutely adore that. But multiplayer games lack that. Like I said, they are by their nature more random than single player games when you're going up against AI. For some people find that fun going up against other humans and outsmarting other humans. I completely understand that, but I'm going to say it one more time. This is not a problem with multiplayer games, it's a problem with donuts. And so that's the video that I wanted to give you today. I know it's kind of negative, it's kind of a disappointment, I guess, but I just wanted to be honest with you guys, and I didn't want you to expect anything from my channel that you're not gonna get. So there it is. There's me being an open book, kind of being vulnerable a little bit about how I feel about multiplayer games, but I enjoy them for their mechanics. I get too emotional and I need to stay healthy and avoid those when I can. So I'm gonna play some zombies right now to get myself a little bit of happiness right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys are supportive. I love you guys. You guys are so supportive. You guys freaking love the Minecraft videos. You love the zombies videos. And this is going to be a fantastic year for Call of Duty. I'm going to freaking blow up Black Ops 4. This is going to be my year. This is going to be our year, beautiful people. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till the next absolutely beautiful morning. I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.